What's up, guys? It's me, Sean. Sean's-thoughts.com. Coming with another message or something to ponder, something to think about. Um, so recently, I took a little long drive, a couple hours to another state, just to be with myself and kind of just get away for a moment. It was amazing, beautiful place I went to, and I got back. And while I was coming back, I was having a conversation with myself. It's not nothing's wrong with having a conversation with yourself. Trust me. Um, Sometimes arguing with yourself seems to be a bit redundant, but nothing wrong with having a conversation with yourself. So, but I came up with this thing, and I was like, I'm gonna make a message about this to give people something to think about. So my thought was, if what if I said you had 200 miles or 200 days, something like that, 200 miles, 200 days, whichever one you like, um, to live. It's over. 200, 200. Uh, but you actually only have 100 that you're going to make. You're only going to make it 100. You're never going to make 200. You're just not going to do it. I'm telling you that's what's going to happen, right? So for hypothetical reasons, that's what's going to happen. I know that I have 200 miles to get to my destination, to get to that thing I wanted to do my whole life, my dream, my ambition, whatever that thing is, right? Whether it's marriage, whether it's getting that job, whether it's having kids, whether it's going on that vacation, whatever that dream is, I had 200 either miles or days to get there. So that's what it's going to take. But what I have left is 100, right? I know this for a fact. This is going to happen. The question I had was, how would you live that 100, right? How would most of us live that 100 days, that 100 miles? How would we do that? Most of us, or a lot of us, would spend all our time trying to find a way to get to that 200. We find a way that we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna squeeze out some time. We're gonna make airplane. We're gonna make it happen. We're gonna do whatever. Some get depressed. Some will be like, man, I'm never gonna get there, and they just don't do anything, right? Some would be like, I'm gonna do something else, right? Tim McGraw, a great country singer, has a song called "Live Like You Were Dying," right? Beautiful song. If you've never heard it, you've never listened to it, you should. It's amazing. But it got me thinking about what we do in life, right? If you only know you have 100 days, 100 miles to go, and that's it, do you live it fully? Do you embrace it? What do you do? Do you worry about the life after, or do you worry about the life as is? What you get to do? Do you share your love? Do you spread your love? Do you focus on the people that have done you wrong, or the things that you broke, or do you focus on the things that have uplifted you, or do you become the uplifter? Most of us spend our lives thinking we have infinite miles. We spend our lives knowing that tomorrow's coming. I'm 45 years old. There's no reason for me not to believe that I won't be here tomorrow. I'm not old. Average human lives over 80 years. So for me, the concept of being 80 years old is pretty, getting to 80 is like, okay, that's a given, right? But the truth is, I don't know, right? I don't know if I have that 40 more years. I don't know if I have 20, 10. I could have not woke up today, right? But if I knew I only had 100 miles left, what would I do with it? How would I share it? How would I explore my world? My world. A lot of people want to give to somebody else. Like, oh man, I want to spend time with my children, so you have time with me. Okay, that's nice, and that's great, and that's your thing. But we spend our lives spinning in circles because we believe that tomorrow's guaranteed, tomorrow's coming, tomorrow's promised, tomorrow's, even though we say tomorrow's never promised, and we're gonna live our life to the fullest, we don't do it. In fact, we waste so much energy on the negative aspects of life that we'd be over our 200 miles like that. Imagine being able to go 200 miles or 200 days. I'll switch it to go back to the 200 days. 200 days, right? Um, you'll spend the first 2 months pretending it's not real. The next month, next 2 months, you're gonna be like, well, I gotta do everything. And so we go crazy, crazy, crazy. But all I'm doing is just draining myself. My brain is going crazy. I'm gonna be tired. I'm exhausted. And then that last month, we try to do the things that's for us because we know we're dying. We know we're not gonna make it. We know it. We know it's over. There's a couple great movies that kind of display this thing. One was something about time. I can't remember who played in it, but their life was on a watch and their time, and they can earn time by gambling or something, and poverty, and rich people bet time of their lives and all these things. And once your clock hit zero, you died. And I was like, but one movie that was surprising to me that made me think of this, and I thought about that while I was in this, is Eddie Murphy did a movie. I think it's called Thousand Words, where his tree had leaves, and every time he spoke, a leaf fell, and by the time he got to the end, he wouldn't be able to speak again. He would have wasted all his words. It's an amazing movie. I actually really love that movie. I love the concept of it, but it makes me think about, what if you knew that you only had 200 days, you only had 200 miles, you only had 100. Would it change the way you live your life today? Would it change what you share on social media? Would it change what you connect with? Would you find yourself having coffee with a friend that you keep saying you're gonna do another time? You're gonna do. Would you go for that drive? Would you go see? Here in Washington, a lot of people haven't seen Mount Rainier. Would you go and take that drive to go see Mount Rainier? Or would you, as a veteran, I've never seen the Statue of Liberty. I've never seen the White House or any of the monuments in Washington, D.C. I've never seen any of the major things. Arlington National Cemetery, I haven't seen any of those things. I spent 22 years in the military. I want to go and do that. Would I do it if I knew I only had 100 days? Would I do it if I only had that much time? Because we're already in September. We've been on lockdown kind of since February or March, one of those things. It turned quick. Summer's gone. We're done. So I'm going to ask you guys this. I think I'm at 8 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to be under 10 for today. When you're going through your life today, when you're going through the stresses and you're going through the things that are bothering you, and you're angry at the world, and all these things, ask yourself, if you only had a couple more days, would that be worth it? What you're stressing about, what you're hurting about, what you're ignoring, the things that aren't giving you value to your heart, to your spirit, to your soul, to your mind, because some of us that are listening to this right now only have 100 days. Could be me. Could be you. Some of us won't make that 200 miles. Some of us won't make that 200 days. Some of us won't get there. But we'll continue believing, we'll continue acting like we do. And we'll waste away our world and our energy and our spirit. We'll waste it away. Live every tiny moment exceptionally is about staying in that moment and understanding that I don't know if the next moment's coming. That's what I'm talking about today. I hope that you take a pause, take a breath, and focus on what matters, because if you didn't have tomorrow, what would you do with today? So that's me, Sean. Again, thanks for listening to me. Anybody who comes and checks out my page, who checks out April's page, I can't forget April, and looks at us in our videos, we love it. We appreciate it. Spread love, share it, make yourself a better person. And if you're a better person, you'll actually help other people be better people. All right, so that's me. That's 10 minutes. Thanks for listening. Peace, my friends. Have a great day.